All right, guys, welcome to the new segment, What's on Larry's Desk. So the goal is to do these every Thursday, just 3 minutes or so, less than 3 minutes. But I'm sure this is probably going to go longer than the 3 minutes that I originally had planned. And then I'm going to start getting back into doing the 5 minute ish Fridays. I've just been extremely busy the last, God, I would say the last 6 to 8 months. With trying to close on a multi-million dollar note deal. It's just going back and forth. I'll need to do videos on that, and then then having discussions on closing a private funder, roughly about $2.5 million that they have capital that they want to invest. Um, so that's just been a lot of work back and forth, and then. Unfortunately, I'm going through a couple. When I say a couple, four foreclosures on assets that I own. Um, it's just the nature of the beast with these seller finance note, or I'm sorry, with these notes. It's unfortunate, right? I hate foreclosing on anybody, but unfortunately, they leave me no other choice but to do that. I don't understand for the life of me why people just bury their heads in the sand. I do not want to foreclose on people, but it's just one of those things where they just leave you no other choice to do so. But I digress on that. What I was initially talking about, like I said, I'm going to start these Thursdays on. It's just going to be what's on Larry's desk, just things that came in, things that I'm working on. It can evaluating deals, just private funding, marketing, little things that I'm doing in my business. So this past week, a portfolio of 16 seller finance land notes in Texas came in an email. And what I did was I reviewed the tape live within the Note Lab. And if you're interested, it's a premium membership that I have in the noteprospectors.com. You can go, it's a school community. And there, we analyze deal. I show you how to find private money, how to look at assignment of mortgages and things. And I have I used to be an ex software developer, so I have tools and systems and processes in place that you'll get access to it. Oftentimes I'll post a list of people that I've scraped that I found within the within public records, and so that way instead of you spending you know hours and hours and hours and hours. I have a tool that does this literally within seconds, and I make that available to my community. So that way, it just saves you time. But like I was saying, I had a portfolio of 16 seller finance land notes that came in. We reviewed it live that this past Tuesday, and I walked through how I valued the tape. I discussed risks, strengths, and my underwriting criteria, and I determined the offer I was comfortable making. So, what did I actually learn? Every deal tells a story. Numbers matter, but relationships often matter more. And the reason I say that is every time that I make an offer, I always include my reasoning why I made that offer, so they just don't think I'm trying to lowball them. So they have a glimpse into a professional note buyer, right? On the reasoning why I'm offering what I'm offering, and it was lower than what he was expecting, and I explained it well. That led to a conversation the very next day, and that conversations helped to determine opportunity. And so, like I was saying, so what happened next? So we met with the note originator on that following Wednesday. I analyzed the notes live Tuesday, made my offer with my reasoning, and then we had a discussion later on that Wednesday to talk about that. And I come to find out that their goal is to grow. Right now, they're originating 10 notes per month. Their goal is to grow 20 to 30 notes per month. So we actually scheduled another meeting to discuss further opportunities. Well, that further meeting is going to happen this Thursday. Today's the 20th, Monday the 20th. So we're set it for this Thursday to discuss, him originating these notes. And then, within that meeting that I had on Wednesday, I talked about my buying criteria and what I would be interested in at the price point that I would be in. Basically my buy box. So we have that meeting scheduled for this Thursday, and then we're going to go over my offer um, Thursday that I offered him. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that, and then if I do get that, then obviously my school community gets first dibs if they want to partake in it. If not, I'll just go ahead and I'll buy them. I'll just go ahead and buy all 16 and just hold on to them. And like I was saying, we have this other meeting scheduled for this Thursday to discuss that and also future opportunities. And so, why does this matter? Well, the 16 notes are exciting, but the long term relationship could be even more valuable. And one relationship can lead to years of deal flow. And sometimes the best investment isn't the deal, it's the relationship behind the deal. And just the conversations that I've had with this group, I mean, it's just been very, very positive and just a very great group of people. I mean, I was just very impressed with them, and if it works out, I can see a very long term relationship with this group, and and they, from what they're doing and from the discussions that I had, they are on a trajectory to where they're easily going to surpass the 20 to 30 notes per month. So, in closing, that's what's been on my desk this week. So every Thursday I'll do this, and I'll keep you updated on this opportunity as it develops. And if you like to watch me analyze real deals, discuss underwriting, and make live investment decisions, please feel free to join me Tuesday nights inside the Note Lab, and that is a premium membership. But with that, like I was saying, um, you get access to all the other tools. I have the Deal Grader Pro software that analyzes, one deal. You can import it, input the information, or you can import tapes, analyzes it instead of spending hours, analyzing these tapes within an Excel spreadsheet. It literally spits it out within like a half a second, right? So you're able to evaluate that. Then I also have a note CRM I call it Reditera. So that is trademarked, and it's a note CRM that you're able to keep track of all your notes on the different stages, and also you're able to keep track of all your contacts, so that way nothing falls through the cracks, and all of that. You get part of this membership. It's just not only that, but you also get the live deals that we go over. You bring deals. I have students bringing deals. We analyze it. We talk about going after private money, due diligence, marketing, and I will be having guests on um, somebody that will really benefit the members. I'm not looking to like promote other tools and softwares and make it a pitch fest, right? I just want you. I want this to be of value to you, so that way you can grow and grow your business with this. So, in any event, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat, or you could just book a time with talkwithlarryhoffman.com. If you're looking, maybe you have some assets that aren't earning an above average return, that you're looking for something backed by real estate, let's have a conversation, and I could direct you in the right direction. So, all right, I will talk to you guys later, and you guys have a really, really great day. I'll talk to you guys. Bye.